Hi everyone and welcome back to the Fish Market Academy where we teach you how to fish for gains. So in today's video, we'll be exploring stablecoin farms because it's stablecoin season and it's time to earn some yield on stablecoins. Alright, so let's explore how you can earn over 15% on some stablecoin farms. And as usual, nothing I say is financial advice, and some of the values that you'll see here might be different when you are watching this video. Okay, so let's take a look at on-chain yields first. So these are yields where you can find on various on-chain protocols. And if you go to Coindix, it's a pretty good website that shows you all of the standard yields. And you can see some of the stablecoin pools. And some of them are giving up to like 43.81% per annum. But of course, if it's from the Waves ecosystem, those are a little bit riskier because Waves is similar to UST and Luna. And you will basically be exposed to USDN, which is again their UST, and Waves is their Luna. So if the whole ecosystem doesn't do well in a bear market, then all of this could go down really badly. So this is a very high risk and higher reward type of farm. Next up, you can take a look at ACryptoS on the BNB chain. They are a much safer product. So ACryptoS has been around for a very long time, and I think they are quite credible. And this stablecoin pool is pretty safe. You have BUSD, USDT, DAI, and MIM, and it's giving about 10 to 20% per annum. But just take note that the TVL is only at 200k, so there's actually very little. If a whale comes in and farm this, then your APY can drop substantially. Alright, so this is the Coindix website, and if you go over to the stablecoin vault, then you can see that there's actually quite a number of different vaults that are giving you pretty high APY on your stablecoin. So the first two, we have the Virus protocol and the Waves ecosystem. So this is the website, and this is a bit dangerous to use because they are exposed to USDN, which is their version of UST. So Waves is their version of Luna, and if you are supplying USDT and USDC, in the event that there is liquidations and there might be bad debt, so you might not be able to take out your USDT and USDC. So that's something to be wary of. Yeah, they might become bad debt. So if you are not looking for something with so much risk, then if you scroll down below, you get pretty safer options. So some of them that are pretty interesting would be like, for example, Beefy on Arbitrum is giving you about 13%, and there's already about 4.5 million inside there. So this seems like pretty safe. MIM is sort of like a DAI in a way. So I think it's not going to like depeg substantially, right? People will pay down their loans. So MIM is the riskier ones, but I think it's still quite okay. But if you're on the Uniswap ecosystem, you can explore GUSD and USDC. GUSD is Gemini USD. But the TVL is quite low, around like 1.6 million. So if some other people come in with a lot of money, then your APY will drop substantially. And this is also based on the swap APY. So if suddenly people are not trading between them, then your APY drops quite a lot. So there's a lot to look through. You can just go in and take a look and see which one you feel comfortable with. This value changes very often also, so you might need to keep on rotating if you're looking to maximize your stablecoin pool. So let's go on to the next one. So we have Beefy Finance, which also has their own stablecoin pools. So if you look at Beefy Finance website, you can see like my USDC is at 8.56%. My is similar to DAI. And then you have USDC on USDT curve, which is giving you 6.92% APY. And then you have Ellipsis giving you the highest at 38%, but you are exposed to USDD, which is the Tron stablecoin, and it is exactly similar to UST. But USDD is still relatively over-collateralized at the moment because Tron's market cap is very high. So it's still safe for now, but if you have PTSD and you are afraid something like the Luna UST will happen again, then it's best to avoid this for now. And then you have Tor DAI USDC at 19.72%. I haven't really read much into what is Tor, so I won't really comment too much. But there is quite a lot of different stablecoin pools on Beefy website as well, and you can go and take a look and just make sure that you understand the higher the APY, the higher the risk. If their TVL is already a lot. If their TVL is very low, then by the time people realize this in 24 hours or within the week, then the TVL can shoot up and then the APY can drop a lot, and then you might not be earning too much. So that's just something to take note of. Okay, and let's look at slightly more degen stuff. So Alpaca Finance is on the BNB chain, and they can allow you to leverage stablecoin pools. So you can leverage up to 4 times, And take note that the APY can go negative if the borrow interest increase by too much, although these are usually not the norm. So if you see, for example, TUSD and BUSD is a reserve-backed currency. So TUSD is very safe. They have $1 in their bank for every TUSD that is out there. They're giving about 8.56%, so that's not too bad. USDT BUSD at 4 times the leverage would also give you something similar at around 8+%. So these are pretty decent, but there are additional fees, and this can change if something happens. So you just need to take note that you might not be getting 8% throughout the whole thing. If you look at USDC USDT on PancakeSwap and you 4 times this, you can get about 10 to 20% APY. But of course, if the TVL shoots up quite a lot because a lot of people are also doing the same strategy, then it will drop quite substantially as well. Okay, next up we have Toon Finance. So Toon Finance, if you didn't know, they also have stablecoin farms, and they currently have USDC USDT, USDC MI, and USDC MIM. And their APYs fluctuate a lot due to the price of T-share, which is the token that they are giving you, and it will decrease according to demand and supply. In a bear market, I expect this to drop quite substantially, but while it's still earning about 15% APR for USDC MIM, then you can just take advantage of that. Okay, next up we look at Popsicle Finance, which advertise over 10% on their USDC USDT, but they have pretty low liquidity with only 5.9 million. So if there are a lot of money coming in here, then their APY will drop quite a lot. So that's just something to take note of. Okay, so let's look at something a bit more interesting. So Goldfinch is a decentralized credit protocol for crypto loans to real businesses. So this means they take your USDC and then they actually lend it out to real people and real businesses in the real world. So you are expected to earn up to 10 to 14% APY from real world activity uncorrelated with crypto. So the good thing is that you actually earn this pretty consistently regardless of the performance of the crypto markets, because you know, if we have like a bear market, then stablecoin yields can drop. But Goldfinch is lending out to real world businesses that are not crypto related, so they might actually maintain and make this APY sustainable. The downside, of course, is that you are lending to real businesses that can fail and they can default on their debt. And if these businesses fail, then the bad debt might be socialized across your capital that you input. But so far that hasn't happened, and their TVL that they have inside their protocol is quite low still. It's something that you might want to explore if you are looking to diversify across different stablecoin farms. This is the one that I find that is quite interesting compared to the others, but I have not tried it as well, although I'm still researching it. So more about Goldfinch, they offer 2 types of pools, the senior pool and the borrower pool. So the senior pool is the one that is a bit more safe and diversified, and there is about 9.81% APY on your USDC. And the borrower pool gives you slightly higher risk, but also higher reward, and it's a bit more active management, and it gives you about 17% APY. I think honestly, it's much safer to go with the senior pool because you want safety when it comes to borrowing on your stablecoins. And besides, the borrower pool is currently full for both of them, so you can't really give it out even if you want to. But on the borrower pool, there's actually a lot of different pools. So if you go into the app, right, this is the Goldfinch website, and then this is the app. There are more than just the 2 pools that I mentioned. There are multiple pools that you can look at. My MetaMask is not connected right now, so you can't see, but once you're in the app, you can take a look. Alright, now let's take a look at off-chain yields. So these are basically yields given by centralized entities. So first up, we have Finblox, which is a high yield savings account that gives up to 90% APY on crypto. I think this is a lot lesser now. I think the 90% is currently for XC Infinity. The rest of them is a lot lower, between 10 to 20% on different stablecoins and different crypto. They have a fund of $45 million insurance by Finblox and CoinCover, but this insurance is more for fraud and not exactly for smart contract failures and stablecoins being depegged, etc. So from what I know, they didn't actually interact with Anchor and UST, so they are safe from the recent incident. But that's just what they claim, so I don't know whether or not it's true. They have a variety of different assets, mainly 15% for USDC, USDT, BUSD, and DAI. I'm not sure why they are all the same across the board. It seems a bit sketchy, but maybe they have like different business models behind the scene that have much higher yield and they just standardize it. How they're giving you this yield, I checked with them. They say they're lending out to institutions, which is also a bit sketchy because institutions will not probably be asking for 15% on these stablecoins. So I suspect that a lot of this yield is subsidized by the 3.9 million seed round that they got just a few months ago with Sequoia Capital, 3AC, Dragonfly, etc. But $3.9 million is a very, very small raise, and I'm not sure on how well this company will actually survive, although I wish them all the best. So Finblox has the stablecoin vault and the crypto vault, and it's very easy to use. All you just need to do is deposit your asset inside, and then they give you the rates. So as you can see, the top 4 stablecoins are giving 15% per annum, and that's pretty good. Next up, we have Matrixport, which is similar to Finblox in the sense that they have crypto products and they are centralized exchange, but they are different in the sense that they are way more comprehensive in their crypto investment products. So they are also a lot more established, and they have over $10 billion worth of assets under management, including $5 billion of monthly volume trading. And their investors are K3 Ventures, Polychain, etc. And from what I've researched, they are also the founders of Bitmain, which is the Bitcoin mining rig. So they are very well funded and well established. So I feel like they are definitely going to be around even through a bear market. However, they are a China company, so if you are from some countries that are not allowed to use China products, then you might not be able to use them. Currently, there is a registration bonus of 128 USDC coupon that you can put into the earn product, but this is not capital, so you can't actually take this out. You can put this into the savings plan and earn about 5% on this USDC, and you can take out the amount that you earn, but that's very little because 5% of $1,000+ is just $50 in a year. But you can take that out, so it's a bit of free money, but it's not a lot. So Matrixport has 2 main products for your stablecoin, and that's quite interesting. They have fixed income, which means that if you lock up your USDC, you can earn up to 30%. Last I checked, is about 10+% if you lock up a couple of months. For flexi saving, you can earn up to about 5% at the moment per APY. And that is no lockup, so anytime you can take it out. They also offer a variety of other services, so you can check them out, but we're just going to talk about stablecoins. So in conclusion, I think the market will be very choppy, and all the way up till August, September, where we may have a bit of relief rally because the midterm elections is coming. So midterm elections is in November, and they might try to prop up the market around August, September. So that's probably where I think we'll have a bottoming formation. So from now till then, I think being in stablecoin farms is not a bad idea. And the UST incident, I think, hit a lot of people. So I think any type of tokens that are under collateralized or algos might not do well at the moment. So it's best to work with reserve-backed or over-collateralized stablecoins. And also, some stablecoins pool might offer a lot of APYs. Just understand the risk rewards, especially if it's like a new protocol that you're not familiar with and the TVL is very little. It might be a rug, so that's just something to take note of. And ultimately, at the end of the day, do your own research and invest with caution. So hope you guys found this video useful, and I'll see you guys again soon. Bye!
Baby fish, do 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 do, baby fish, do